Momentum Health, because one size doesn't fit all.
Anyone who's sought solace in a pizza or a slab of the dark stuff knows that food can be comforting. Food does more than fill our stomachs, it also satisfies feelings, and when you quench those feelings with comfort food, when your stomach isn't growling, that is emotional eating. Joanna, why do we eat when we are emotional?
Well, from a genetically predisposed reprogramming, what happens is we often are drawn to fatty foods or comfort foods as a way to survive. And when we're feeling very much under threat, the back part of our brain, the brainstem, often signals that we are not feeling safe. And then we are very much drawn to comfort foods. That's on one level, on a very much a biological level. But on an emotional level, often we want to suppress feelings, we're feeling stressed, we have very bad learned behavior from our parents or
You're right. I mean, that's, if you stop crying, my boy, I'll give you a little sweet. That's
Absolutely.
The worst thing you can do to kids, can't you?
Absolutely. Or, if you do your homework, by the end of the week, I'll take you to McDonald's for a nice burger. So there's often association with reward and punishment regarding food. Or if you're naughty, you need to go to your bed, you're not going to be eating supper tonight. So there's a lot of association, positive and negative association with foods.
What are your typical comfort foods? I mean, we talked about sweets, and I know ice cream is at the top of that list. It has to be.
It is. Ice cream is typically one, but starchy foods like breads and pastas. Other comforting foods are chocolates typically and cookies.
Is there a difference between men and women?
Sure. What we find is that men typically crave steaks and pizzas, and I'm thinking of beer and that sort of thing, and women typically crave obviously chocolates and cookies.
There's often an association with negative emotions in eating. What about positive emotions? I mean, when you're happy, when you're celebrating, bubblies, chocolate, that sort of thing.
It's a very good question. We often think of emotional eating as something negative, but we sometimes want to maintain that good blissful feeling. So we often find ourselves linking ice cream, for example, with pleasure and fun. Chocolates with a feeling of comfort and romance. We think about Valentine's Day. So absolutely, sometimes it is about maintaining that blissful state.
So how do we tell the difference then, Joanna, between emotional eating and physical hunger?
What typically I often tell people when they come to me for example, eating disorders, I often say to them that they need to be aware, step one, is this real hunger or is this an emotional response that your body's trying to tell you, a feedback loop about what is missing in your life? So what I often say to them is that if it's